with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, 2-0. Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. Now get it.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Giants. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Check out! 290!
Right there. He can't hang.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Good move by Gurley. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Luck. Ebron with it over the middle. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there.
And Gurley, he fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I'm coming! Hey, Haywood!
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
That's it, baby.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
3 buzz.
Hey, wahoo! Ready?
Off play action. Holloway nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Set, ready, 30 base.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
Get it.
Off the play fake.
Give me something.
Holloway. And he's going to go down again.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Come on. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Out.
Here's Locke. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Check out 55, 40. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
On first down, it's Gurley. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 30 on second down, Luck. And that one's complete to Gurley.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let me find out who my...
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They'll try the jet sweep here, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Let's go now. 10-2 soft.
Mike, I got wide.
On second down, here's Barkley. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Here we go.
Hey. High 7.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Going 58 is the Mike. Let him know.
Right on.
Let him know.
On 3rd down, Holloway. And Ingram holds it in. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 42.
16 yards. That's the end of the first.
We're scoreless after 1. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
To throw on 2nd down, Holloway. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. Back to throw, Love.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check. 12.
Throwing is Locke. Complete to Hilton. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 25 yards. 1st down, Indianapolis.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
11 feet. 58 for Mike.
Luck now to throw. And the catch made by Hilton. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Score, Colts 7, Giants nothing. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Throwing again. Holloway finds his tight end Ingram. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Protein spill. Hey, Charlie. Ready.
From the gun. Holloway, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darius Leonard, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Slam, slam, slam. Get it.
Off play action. Holloway. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
You gonna see me and your hey, orbit. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. Push him back. Push him back.
Fire.
Operating from the gun. Holloway under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Darius Leonard, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Topper! Go, go! Now!
2nd and 15. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Gurley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
It's mine. Come on.
From the gun on third down, Locke dumps it off to Gurley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Luck on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I'm here all day.
12.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
On first down, Locke. He's going to go deep for Funchess. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
58, Mike. Check.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Holloway, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
47-yard line.
Check out. Right, 675.
Check. Crunch.
Check it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught by Funchess. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 28 yards.
First down, Indianapolis.
Line 40.
58 to Mike.
I got you.
Now it's Locke. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Out of the gun, Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the boot, watch the boot.
From the gun, Holloway, and that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
And 9 yards to go.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Check 3, check 3. "58, boys, 58, 58, it's Mike. Go, go, go.
Off the play fake. Holloway under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's his safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
11 feet. 58's the Mike. 50 years
From the 25 on 2nd down. Luck. He's got it to Hilton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darius Leonard in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
13-yard line.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Watch the pass.
Ready.
Back to throw. Holloway. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
10 at the 40-yard line.
70, Indy.
I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Get it.
On 1st and 10, Holloway. He's going to rifle one deep, and this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in. touchdown, New York. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is down to 2.
Makes the score Colts 9, Giants 7. Rosas to kick off for the Giants.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20. Yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Gets his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
Just like that. Just like
Here's
that.
a 1st down throw that's complete. The completion good for 3 and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw again on 2nd down. Luck. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
It's just me and you. 11. It's just me and you.
Bluff throwing again.
I don't think you got it.
And that will be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darius Leonard in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it.
Here we go.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
They don't want it.
Smith.
Hey, 58 is a mic. Go 58.
And the blitz does come. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's into the clear. Past the 20. Touchdown, Giants. D.D. Westbrook, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Giants have taken the lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Rosas good with the extra point. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now.
And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
Hey, pick your game up.
Watch safety.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Safety's creeping.
Hey, Haywood.
Throwing on 1st down. Holloway. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Darius Leonard in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
Come on, set.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Let's get off the field, D.
Now Saquon Barkley. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Ready to break.
Go 58's the mic. Go. Go.
Hey, wahoo.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Holloway nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darius Leonard, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for New York. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Ebron caught left side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Luck now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Luck. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Come on, boy.
Again, Luck. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch QB draw. Watch QB draw.
Now a first down throw. Luck. He gets it to Gurley. Complete. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, down at the 31. Luck. Funches has it complete. Give him 30 yards there.
Come on, fellas.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Todd Gurley, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. So here we go. The Colts will go for 2.
Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go.
They'll try and run it with Gurley. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go!
26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked so well.
Here we go.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the Colts' 32-yard line.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Here we go,
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Yeah, that's right.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Ready.
Operating from the gun. Holloway. And the pressure gets to him again. Darius Leonard in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Check 13.
Check 6-6. Bullet high.
Throwing is long. Finding room at the 30. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. 18 yards to pick up there.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't it?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, here's Locke. Complete to Hilton. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back first down pickups.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it's 3rd and short.
Get your swarm on.
Lights 57. 57's right.
To the air again, Locke. And he's got his man, Hilton. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line.
A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Colts.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Colts in possession of football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Here's Gurley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's Locke. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, you got to have some urgency here. You got to get the guys back to the line of scrimmage, but the problem is they're all 30 yards downfield after that play.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hey, echo.
58's Mike, 58. 58's Mike.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Now, how about that? Rattled by a big play in the previous snap, they bounced back, and that's exactly what they needed defensively, getting a big play of their own.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. All right, T, let's
back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
58, right over there.
On 4th down, Holloway. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow. And for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour. And something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for Indianapolis, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the problems just get worse and worse as they...
Closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it blind in my dream.